There we go. Welcome to Illingdon Sports Centre for round 12 of the NPL New South Wales in southern Sydney. A big game here, third against fourth, as we see the home side, the Rockdale City Suns, do battle with Sydney United 58. It should be a cracking contest. The weather has certainly put on a really good show for us. There was a few clouds and a bit of rain surrounding most of Sydney this morning, but that has been pushed away and it is blue skies throughout, apart from a bit of scattered clouds on the horizon. A huge 3 points in offer here. Rockdale sitting in third position on the ladder. Sydney United sitting in fourth. Both sides coming off, I guess, results they probably wish they could kind of have back. Sydney United went down 3-0 to Manly at Cromer Park last week in a game where I think they'll even admit themselves that they were thoroughly outclassed by a brilliant Manly side. While Rockdale City in the local derby against the Sutherland Sharks over at Seymour Shaw Stadium grounded a 1-1 draw. Jordan Figon cancelling out Jeremy Cox's first half strike as they got a share of the spoils. So lots to play for here in terms of the top 5 of the NPL competition as we get into the second half of the season. I've already seen a few upsets as well, with Sutherland beating Sydney Olympic last night. Sydney FC's youth side being able to grind out a 1-0 win at home against Hakoah, as Hakoah now rooted to the bottom of the ladder. And a lot of points on offer here as both these sides look to further cement their places in the top 5 and as they look towards playoff football in the not too distant future. See both the sides lined up and almost ready to go. We'll run through those team lists for you for both the Sydney United and Rockdale side. The Rockdale side in the sticks is David Bratasevich, Lee Egger, Jordan Figon, Howard Fondike, Jonathan Grozdanovsky, Matthew Lecce, Sasa Makura, Michael Neal, Dan Pekovsky, Pat Savor and Alex Jurasevsky. On the bench, Braden Sorge in 14, Max Rouston 22, Nick Petrello in 15, Kung Hoon Cho in jersey 6 and Jake Trevkovsky as we get play underway here at Illingdon Sports Centre. For Sydney United, the away side, Thomas Manos in between the goals, Christian Gonzalez, Yanni Bakadas, Jordan Roberts, Matt Sim, Peter Simomsky, Anthony Tomalich, Glenn Trifio, Adrian Vlastelica, Yanni Fraginos and Tarek Mayer, with Daniel Sadako, Liam Rose, Peter Markovic, Matt Bilic and Patrick Antelmi on the bench. So plenty of firepower on the bench there for this Sydney United side as they play in their blue away strip with silver numbers, and Rockdale wearing their home strip that they normally wear here at Illingdon Sports Centre with the red jersey and the black shorts. Intercepted well there early on by Rockdale as they take the ball forward. Matthew Lecce with a nice little interception there, and it'll be the first free kick of this afternoon. So beautiful conditions for football. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it, and fingers crossed for a action-packed 90 minutes between two sides that can entertain with the best of them in the New South Wales NPL. Rockdale obviously sharing the spoils last week against Sutherland. Wouldn't go as far as saying it was a missed opportunity, but had chances to win that game in periods. Here's Roberts on the right side. Tucks the ball back in the middle for Trifio. And Sydney United probably wanting to put some demons behind them. The disappointing performance against Manly last week. Although we are starting to see the side from the Northern Beaches really hit their straps. Had a midweek FFA Cup victory over Sutherland to reach the round of 32. So they keep almost to the round of 32. So they will know that they have an opportunity to go deep into the cup run. So Sydney United press forward, looking to try and unlock the key to this back four of Rockdale. Roberts swings a decent looking ball in, but Rockdale well in behind it and managed to clear. Roberts is outlying on this right-hand edge as he beats the first defender into the area, swings the ball across, and a wonderful finish. And Sydney United have taken the lead early on with a dream start. It was a beautiful ball in by Jordan Roberts, and it was Matt Sim, the veteran, driving it into the roof of the net. And Sydney United play from in front here this afternoon. It's only been on the pitch for a couple of minutes, and Matt Sim buried that past the Rockdale goalkeeper, Bratasevich, and it's now 1-0 to Sydney United. Yeah. So now Rockdale find themselves on the back foot almost immediately. And they've probably barely touched the football in these early exchanges. It was a really nice ball in from Jordan Roberts, who's been actively involved, and he adds another assist into the season for him. A Miranda local, Sutherland Sharks junior. Punch forward by Rockdale on that right-hand side. So a bit of a lost possession by Grozdanovsky, and United will get the ball back. Throw in for Sydney United. Cleared up field. And a bit of a knock in the back there. Referee says to get up. There's no problems with that challenge. So Momsky is the one down that seemed to have got some extra attention from the Rockdale defence. United with the ball. Give away possession a little bit cheaply there to the visitors, and it's Rockdale with possession. Petkovsky. Now Michael Neal, nice little move there as he beats the first defender. Tries to link up with some of his compatriots there. But the ball eventually is knocked loose, and Thomas Manos is able to clear up field for the visitors. Rockdale looking as if they're slowly settling into their rhythm. Certainly would have been part of their game plan to concede that early goal. It was just a good passage of passing from Sydney United. This ball driven forward, looking for the run there of Peter Simonski. And now Rockdale try and hit them on the counter, but comfortably coming out there is Manos, although he's made a bit of a muff that a little bit, come off the shin. Luckily his defence was able to clear up field, and Matt Sim gets his foot on the ball on the far side of the field. And United able to regain composure and clear away. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Both sides looking to throw bodies forward and take some attacking opportunities. Roberts on the right side, goes back to his centre half. Nodded on up front there by Trefio, but it goes straight back to Rockdale. So as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, third up against fourth in this game. Rockdale third, Sydney United in fourth position. And they're separated by a handful of points, and know that a loss for either team could see them be bumped down the ladder. So a lot on stake here this afternoon at Illingdon Sports Centre as they go forward here to Figon. Haven't had to say his name too many times this afternoon, but he gets his foot on the ball. The strong centre forward, a former Sydney FC youth player, as the ball is swung in from the right, cleared away to Matt Sim, and he's got a bit of room and a bit of space to manoeuvre here as he goes on a little bit of a journey down that far side of the field. He goes all the way back to Thomas Manos. Fragaganis in that centre-back position, getting through plenty of work today. We see him once more with his foot on the ball. A couple of changes being ringed, or being rung, I should say, by both sides after performances last week, and obviously some duties in the cup midweek as well. Travelling forward, Sydney United once more here through Roberts. Good defence by Rockdale though as they pressure him, and he has to go back to Fragaganis, and he gets the ball once more. Rockdale with possession once more as they try and work their way through this centre of midfield. So Sydney United have probably had obviously the better of the chance of scoring that first goal, and have had a lot of possession as well, controlling it really well, making Rockdale work really hard to try and win any type of the football back. Going forward now, Rockdale. Taking the ball through the centre of the park. It's Von Dijk. A-League veteran with plenty of experience. Spent a much part of his career with Perth Glory. United are able to win the ball back momentarily, with Yanni Picardis in midfield doing another workmanlike job for the visitors. Fragiganis. Roberts will go back to Manos. Rockdale happy just to sit back and try and invite a bit of pressure here, as almost came out there for Sydney United to potentially create a second chance of the game, but fortunately for them, Radicevic was on guard. And that will be a foul, and so Rockdale will have a chance to push themselves up the park. Still fairly warm with in the sun for these players at the moment, about 21 or 22 degrees on ground level. A little bit of shade has taken over on the far side of the Illingdon Sports Centre. Nice little crowd has moved their way in. They wouldn't have been pleased with what happened the first couple of minutes, but since then they've been able to get more settled into their seats and hopefully see their team push for opportunities. There's an opportunity that goes begging here as Thomas Manos recovers and gives his Sydney United side a chance to work it out from the back. Roberts here. Drives this ball upfield. It's a good pass as well. Trifiro goes back into the centre of the park. Good defence now and a chance for Rockdale to break upfield there through Grozdanovski. Rosovsky goes to the right-hand side, back to Grozdanovski. Bit of room and a bit of space, and they've got some numbers in this final third. That'll be a free kick. Probably a good one to give away by Sydney United because they were just a little bit thin defensively coming back. And a free kick about 20 or so yards from goal. The first real attacking opportunity we've seen the home side have so far this afternoon. Of course, no Panny Nickus for them today. Saw him walking around in a knee brace, saying that he'll be out for up to 6 weeks, which is obviously a big blow, losing their attacking maestro. Knows how to find the goal with the best of them. This ball swung in for the far side, headed away by United. And they'll get a chance to clear upfield, and clear into touch they will do. So the pressure relieved, but hasn't gone away. Von Dijk goes up the middle of the field to Makura. But possession cheaply given away, and now Sydney United have a chance to try and turn things on. Trifiro goes out to Matt Sim. Sim has green pastures in front of him. Try and link up with some of his forward men. He goes to Trifiro. He's got two defenders on him. Back to Sim. It's a good challenge, though. Grozdanovski now has the ball at his feet. Makura. And up the line, that's a nice ball. Good challenge, though, by Roberts. Slides it into touch. And Rockdale now really starting to settle into their groove. Figon tries to win that ball. He has the attention of two players. Makura then goes flying in and has given away a free kick there on Picardis. Most of the fans on the far side, the grandstand side of Illingdon Sports Centre, a beautiful ground here in the heart of the St George region here in Sydney. Roberts now breaks away once more and again swings a vicious looking cross in. Sim backs it up and there's an opportunity here. Slap straight at Bratasevic, who does well to keep that one out. Simonovsky with that attempt. And Rockdale work it out from their back line once more. Michael Neal. Makura. Von Dijk. One of those experienced players in the engine room, Howard Von Dijk, has a lot of experience, not just in the NPL, but having played all around the place, 29 years of age. Originally from Perth and spent, as I mentioned before, a fair few seasons at Perth Glory. That A-League experience is invaluable when they come to play in the NPL. One back here by Rockdale in the central midfield area. Going forward, it's now breaks in there for Neal. Neal swings the ball across and Manos, despite the attention of Jordan Figon, managed to hold on to the ball. Well kept out by the Sydney United shot stopper. Here goes Matt Sim. Picardis. Fred Jaganis. And this one might be let out for a goal kick. No, he's intent Bratasevic and making sure it stays in play. And Rockdale can keep things alive. If you have just joined us, a goal inside the first couple of minutes by Matthew Sim for Sydney United after a teasing ball into the box by their right back, Jordan Roberts. Sim did well to get on the end of it and lashed it past Bratasevic, who couldn't do too much about it. One of those shots that, as a goalkeeper, you hope you don't get too many of them in your career. It was really well timed, had plenty of power behind it. Frejdeganis, Roberts. Back to Frejdeganis. Trefiro. Astelica. Now goes to Matt Sim on the edge of the area, pushes the ball into the box across the face of goal, but it's been able to be forced away by Rockdale, only for the time being though. Frejdeganis goes out wide now to Jordan Roberts, and that seems to be the channel that they're looking to attack whenever possible, United. Go to Roberts once more, who just is a little bit heavy with his first touch there, and will give away a free kick. And then thankfully the shot after that by Frejdeganis doesn't go any lower than where the impact was initially. So Bratasevic with the free kick here for Rockdale City. Rockdale 0, Sydney United 1. An early goal still holding Sydney United in good stead at the moment. This header is wayward off Roberts and out for a throw in. Thrown in, goes to Figon, hits him on the chest. He's looking for the run through of a teammate, but doesn't get it. Trefiro tries to win the battle there against Neal. Neal eventually comes out better and Von Dijk is able to clean up. Petkovsky goes back to Bratasevic, who thumps this one upfield. It just holds in the wind a little bit though, and United are the first ones to it. Michael Neal surging down this left side. He's got Von Dijk inside him. Goes back to Neal. Chipped ball over the top, but no one there that can really get on the end of it for Rockdale. They managed to win the ball back momentarily here to Matthew Lecce. Lecce once more. Swings a decent looking ball in, blocked away by Sydney United though. Good defence once more from the boys in blue this afternoon. Matthew Sim beats a couple of defenders, comes back into the middle, the veteran midfielder. And United now knocking on the door of a possibility to follow things up. They go to the edge of the area, cracking shot, but Bratasevic is equal to it, diving and stopping it. And we'll look to get things going once more. There through Michael Neal. Left foot stroke upfield, looking for the run of Jurasevsky. It's not forthcoming, but Rockdale will retain possession. Here's Jordan Figan, such a presence up front, isn't he? He's such a strong player. And it's not too often, it is pretty often that you see bodies sprawled all around the park when he's on the ball, because he knows how to use his weight distribution to his advantage, and hopefully we get to see him in front of the goals today, because he is a fantastic finisher, as evident in the goal he scored last week against Sutherland. But here's Sydney United breaking away downfield. It's a nice through ball, looking for the run there of Simonovsky. It's really well saved by Bratasevic in the end, because it could have easily been 2-0. He's not screaming at his defence, which sometimes you can expect keepers to do when there is a one-on-one opportunity like that. Maybe a chance gone begging there for United. Simonovsky would have loved to nick that one in behind and given his side a 2-goal advantage, but shows how quickly they can transition from defence to attack, Sydney United. Chipped upfield. Jurasevsky can't get on the end of this, and Roberts has his foot on the ball. Roberts once more. Nice ball here for Trefiro, but he's got his work cut out for him, because he's got a defender right on him and doesn't have a whole lot of support. He does manage to win the throw-in. Smart play by the attacking player. Certainly not going to die wondering, the visitors. They haven't put the cue in the rack and tried to defend this lead. They're being smart defensively when Rockdale throw some bodies forward, but they're trying to score goals as well. This is evident by this curling cross. It goes to Matt Sim, who eyes lit up for a moment there. Thought he might have been able to rocket in a second goal. Rockdale push up field, but unable to hold onto the ball. Fajtaganis goes to Roberts. Goes back to the centre-back. He goes forward looking for Trefiro. He gets in behind them once more. Two defenders are attracted to him. He'll win a corner though. Smart play once more. And Matt Sim is the one that's going to run over to just in front of our broadcast position and try and curl in and get a teammate on the end of it. Sydney United 1, Rockdale 0 as it stands. Through a little 5 or 10 minute period, Rockdale were settling with their groove and having a few little half opportunities. But the last 5 or so minutes has been all United as they camp themselves up here. Swung in there by Sim, but no player on the end of it. And he's well shepherded over the touchline there by Lieger, and it will be a goal kick here for the home side. Breeze just slowly starting to pick up here as we get deeper into the afternoon at Illingdon Sports Centre. Roberts heads away well, looking for the run there of Sim. He goes back and Picardis wins it initially, but Jurasevsky goes again and eventually wins the ball back for his side, and they're under all sorts of pressure here, and the ball's gone into no man's land. And Rockdale do well to keep it into and play them by Michael Neal. Petkovsky has to try and clear momentarily. Lecce now trying to pressure the visitors. They go back to Roberts. Trefiro. He's been heavily involved, the captain, hasn't he, this afternoon. Playing a really good brand of football. Trying to put his best foot forward for his team. They would have been hurting after last week's loss. Rockdale pushed down this far side of the field. Good challenge there, right on the sideline. Actually wins a throw-in for his side. As well does Christian Gonzalez. Drives this one upfield well. Trapped there. Now here's Matt Sim. And he takes on the defence and he gets past them. Good burst of skill and acceleration there initially by Sim. Simonovsky on the edge of the area might try and take this. He's been hacked down. Referee is going to say a free kick and a card is going to be given. It was good refereeing by the match official because he could have called the free kick straight away but opted to see if there was any advantage. There was none. And it's going to be a free kick about 20 yards from goal here for Sydney United. And a great opportunity for them to double their lead. He's been a handful, Simonovsky. Encroaching on the half-hour mark as well. David Bradasevich making sure his wall's lined up perfectly for him. He's got to have his work cut out here. This ball's curled in just over the bar. It was a good effort by Simonovsky. But I think Bradasevich probably had that covered. He did leap high, but it was still well over his fingertips. Goal kick for Rockdale. Driven upfield here by Bradasevich. Figon's there, getting back more into a midfield role there to try and get his foot on the ball. He can't, and again it's taken forward by Jafiro. Gonzalez. Fragiganes with a deep ball there to Jordan Roberts. Nice little run in behind here by United. Say defence and midfield linking up well. Try and create some clear-cut opportunities. United still going, but Rockdale get enough numbers back defensively to win the ball back for the time being. Up here to Figon. Just hasn't been able to get those quality balls in for him in the early exchanges of this fixture, has he, Jordan Figon? Similar to Charles Locke-Lingoy last night for Sutherland. It's a player that needs quality ball at his feet. And when he can use his strength and his pace, he can really trouble the opposition. But hasn't really got that today, and that's credit to Sydney United's defence. Putting pressure on the midfield. They haven't been able to get decent through balls through to him, at least in this first half an hour or so. Frashtiganis has his foot in the ball once more, heavily involved. He goes forward to Sim. Sim to Simonovsky. I tried to just thread the needle back there to Sim, and Sim might even win the ball back here. It's a good piece of play, putting the Rockdale defence under pressure. The goal scorer hitting inside the first couple of minutes of play. A lot of fans that barely found their seat here at Illingdon Sports Centre before he lashed home that nice shot after a cross from Jordan Roberts, but it will be a free kick here to Rockdale as they look to get themselves out of harm's way. Thumped upfield once more by Bradasevich. Lecce going up for it but couldn't win it. Feeds this ball forward looking for Figon, but Sim wins it back. Petkovsky now goes across field to Fondike. Drives upfield, but looking for the run of Jurasevsky on that far side, but unable to keep the ball in play. They're trying things, Rockdale. They're looking to try and unnerve the defence of Sydney United, but haven't been able to so far. Does just take one little moment of brilliance, though. A little bit of a spark or individual play can change the scoreline and change the complexity of a match very, very quickly. Trefiro goes out wide here to Roberts, who's got some room. First touch wasn't a good one, and is able to just keep it in, and then Rockdale knock it into touch, so it doesn't end up as the worst idea there from the Sydney United right back. Sim goes across field. Bacardis. Lestelica. But his pass is far too weak, and Rockdale able to win the ball back. They go forward now to Jurasevski. But again, just losing possession due to the pressure that United are putting on both sides. Probably been a little bit guilty of a few stray passes in the last couple of minutes. Makura. Petkovsky, though, it's not a great pass, and Bacardis picks it up. He has to go back and find a teammate. Simonovsky going up. Didn't know where the ball went for a moment there. And the captain, Petkovsky, has to go back to his goalkeeper in Bradasevic. Makura in that defensive midfield role. And Petkovsky has put under all sorts of pressure there as the ball goes into touch. Seven appearances for Sydney FC, Daniel Petkovsky. So another one of those A-League-esque players that's had experience in the A-League competition and playing against the very best Australia has to offer. And valuable to have a player like that coming into your side at the NPL New South Wales level. Also 10 cats for the young Socceroos as well. Will be a free kick here to Sydney United, though, despite the appeals by the Rockdale City players. Roberts again in the thick of things. And what can the visitors do with this? It's a free kick again in pretty decent position. Ball swung in. It's looking like it's going to go harmlessly wide of the goals. And so Rockdale collectively breathe a sigh of relief and will be able to restart play via a goal kick. So Rockdale City nil, Sydney United 1. It's been an absorbing first half of action between these two Sydney foes. But at the moment, it's Sydney United have their noses ahead, courtesy of a well-taken goal by Matthew Sim inside the first 5 minutes. Defended well in the first half, created a few other attacking opportunities outside of that goal. And haven't really let Rockdale settle into the style of football that they would really like to be playing this afternoon. Of course, it was only a couple of weeks ago that Rockdale went down to Wynn Stadium at Wollongong and upended Wollongong Wolves by the tune of 1-0, their first defeat of the season. Beating them in their own backyard. It was a workmanlike performance, strong defensively, but had enough going forward to trouble the home side. Try and trim that lead at the top that Wollongong have. Going forward on that far side of the field are United. Happy to pass the ball around, try and pull the Rockdale players out of position. That time it doesn't work, but again, Rockdale really cheaply giving the ball away. Trafiro with a nice ball in, but doesn't fall for the right man, and ball is harmlessly hit over the bar into the car park, so someone's going to have to go and fetch that. Let's hope someone's windshield is still all intact there. Petkovski with his foot on the ball once more for the home side. Drives a decent-looking ball forward. Matthew Lecce trying to get to that. He keeps the ball in despite the appeal of the players. In fact, he hasn't kept it in because the referee has ruled a goal kick. So 31 minutes gone in that other game that's going on at the moment between Manly United and the Wollongong Wolves at Crown Park, and it's Manly United 0, Wollongong 1. So a tensely fought contest there. But at the moment it's the league leaders that have the lead over Manly. Had a nice midweek cup win against Sutherland and beat Sydney United last week 3-0 as well. Nice work by Jurasevski here, beats a couple of defenders. And now can almost surge his way into the area, swings a decent looking ball in, but United have numbers there and headed away. And Trafiro, who's been absolutely everywhere, the captain, is the first to it. And will win his sign a free kick as well, just outside his own area. But not looking to slow the play down to United. They've got a really high tempo here and it's paying dividends for them. Matt Sim. Nice little ball in for Trafiro, looking for the run back of Sim, but it's blocked. Picardis with the interception though. Picardis now goes to Sim. Sim inside the area. It was a cross-come shot and it was in between both and harmlessly went out for a goal kick, but these are nervous times for the home side. Sydney United growing in confidence as the match bounds on. Punched upfield. Jurasevski trying to get in behind there. In fact, it's Matthew Lecce. Neil with a throw in. Goes to Makura. Swings the ball into the far post. It's headed back across the face of goal. Thomas Manos is there though and takes it confidently. And now they reset through Roberts on this right side of defence. Frejtaganis goes on a bit of a run himself. He has to go back to Roberts though, as it almost came undone for the Sydney United centre half. Frejtaganis. Trafiro, back to Frejtaganis. He goes to Matthew Sim. He's got some room to manoeuvre in the midfield now. Talented number 8. Pulls the ball back into the centre. Picardis. That's Teleka. All the way back here to Thomas Manos as an opportunity for Sydney United to reset. Manos drives this one down, looking for the run of Roberts. That's a good ball in for Trafiro. Trafiro now to Sim. Sim goes to the byline, swings across the middle, and it's 2-0 for United. Well, a really good finish by Peter Simonovski after Matthew Sim had pulled the ball across the face of goal. Sim now with a goal and assist. Simonovski finds the back of the net again for Sydney United. They lead by 2-0 and look in command of this game. Simonovski now with 7 goals in just his 8th appearance. And trouble brewing here in the first half for Rockdale City because it's the Rockdale City Suns 0, Sydney United 2. Well, we said it was danger signs in the last 5 or 10 minutes with United seeming to grow in confidence and being able to find little chinks in the defensive armour of Rockdale. And they were able to do that. Matt Sim was great work, lead-up work there by Glenn Trafiro. And Simonovski was in the right place at the right time and it really was the easiest of finishes for the United number 7. And there he is dinking a ball over the top, looking for the run on this far side as United surge forward, almost looking for another goal to further dent Rockdale's chances. It's really good defensive work back there by the Suns though. And it will go out for a goal kick. So they do just breathe a sigh of relief for the next few milliseconds at least. Petkovski restarts play. Chips the ball forward looking for Figon. It's well chested down there as Fondijk now goes for Jurasevski, but Manos is there first. It was Grozdanovski, in fact, that was making that run through. Manos looking very confident between the goals, the Sydney United goalkeeper. To be fair, he hasn't really been tested so far this afternoon as this ball's cleared well into touch. Thrown to the edge of the area, knocked away. Now goes to Matt Sim. He flicks it on for Trefiro. Back to Sim. They're combining really well, those two. Back to Trefiro, back to Sim. So it's like a pinball machine at the moment. Picardis. Jinking their way through here are the Sydney United side as they get to the edge of the area. Good tackle at the edge of the box by Rockdale, though, as Makura swings the ball wide. Jurasevski's got some room now. What can Rockdale do with this? It's a good opportunity. Jurasevski trying to get around. He gets into the area. It's a last-minute challenge there as Roberts and co get into the box. And Jurasevski has to go back to Neil. Neil swings the ball in. It's a decent one, but Manos again equal to the task, leaping high and taking it. And there's no let-up for either of these two sides. It is end-to-end football here at Illingdon Sports Centre. As United again tack down that left side. Basked in sunshine. It's a beautiful autumn afternoon here in southern Sydney. As Grozdanovski goes to Figon. Figon just inside the area, needs some support. Goes back once more as Lecce gets almost into the area. It's a really good challenge again. This time it was Anthony Tomilic with the tackle there. Ball and all type stuff. Here goes Trefiro. Simonovski. Nice work on the ball there as Roberts has to get his skates on to keep it in, and that's exactly what he does. And right back. Tomilic. Nice curling run into the area. Goes to Matt Sim. The opportunity here for three. Good block there by Bratasevic, and recovers the football as well. Was needed there by the Rockdale shot stopper. Showed good confidence to get out. Transition from defence to attack and attack to defence by United has almost been impeccable this afternoon. Petkovski goes to Fondijk. He's done plenty of work this afternoon, the centre mid for the Rockdale City Suns outfit, but hasn't been able to pull the strings in the midfield to create a goal or a goal-scoring opportunity. Here he is once more, though, about 25 yards from goal. He feeds the ball forward looking for Jurasevski, but the communication breaks down. It's all right, though, for Rockdale because they will get a throw in inside United's half. Neil with the ball. Wins it back, gets past Sim and then stripped down. Free kick. Apologies all round. And they are about 35 or 40 yards from the goal sticks at the moment. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. And you wouldn't say it's been all Sydney United, but they've certainly dominated the goal-scoring opportunities in this opening half as now Matt Sim breaks free and he thumps the ball forward. They're looking for Simonovski just a little bit too deep, and Bratasevic was on his skates straight away to make sure that the Sydney United number 7 couldn't pounce on that one as well. He's got a goal. Matt Sim has got a goal. And United comfortably in arrears, comfortably in control, I should say, 1-0. Now Thomas Matos almost coming out like a roving keeper. He went up for a header at the edge of his area. Primary school football coming back into my memories and the visions of that. But he managed to keep the ball away from Rockdale midfield. Fed the ball forward. Here's Figon. Fondijk. Cross now to Petkovski. And now here Michael Neal, the left back. Takes on Simi, gets to the edge of the area. Doesn't have a whole lot of options. Has to go across field to Fondike. Fondike tries to throw the nil, gives it to Fig. On back, Grozanowski with a great effort that has just tipped over the bar there by Manos. Spoke only a few minutes ago that he hadn't really been tested, Thomas Manos. Well, he was there, and it was expertly done as he tipped that one over the bar. But Rockdale will get a set piece via a corner. Alec Jurasevsky to take it on the grandstand side of Illingdon Sports Centre. Try and curl this one in from the right-hand side. That's exactly what he does, getting up for it. Headed away by United. And cleared sufficiently as Trefiro gets it and slides it out to this right-hand side. Jordan Roberts, who slips and loses possession. Grozanowski there, and it will be a free kick. Roberts protests his innocence, but it was always going to be free kick there for the home side. And now Michael Neal surging through. Tucks a little ball out onto the left for Grozanowski. Back to Neal. Makura at the edge of the area. Makura still going. It's a shot. It's a decent one as well. Manos had to scurry to get across to his left-hand side and get both hands to it. To keep that clean sheet intact. You never want to concede a goal, but right on the stroke of half-time would certainly be a real dent to Sydney United, who have played so well in this opening 45. Trefiro. Throw in for Sydney United. Tarek Mayer involved once more. He's been really lively, former RPL Leichhardt Tigers midfielder. Almost pulling the strings in that midfield by himself. He's had plenty of support, but has been heavily involved in this first half. Nice run coming forward by Fragiganis. Beat one defender. Now he goes to Trefiro, but he loses possession. There to his opposite number in Makura. Makura now loses it. Roberts wins it back. Will be a free kick, though, to the home side. Driven forward as we get into added time in this first half. Figon furious with the referee as he felt it was held onto there. And that will be the end of the first half here, it looks like. So at half-time, there's some soul-searching to be done by the Rockdale City Suns as they head to the sheds. They find themselves 2-0 down. It's Rockdale City Suns 0, Sydney United 2. Really well taken goals by the visitors. Peter Simonovsky scored the second after a really nice cutback by Matt Sim on the edge of the area. And it was Matthew Sim that scored the first goal with an absolute rocket from the edge of the area, which nestled in the roof of the net. Apart from that, Rockdale really haven't had any clear-cut chances. And I know they really need to improve things in the second 45 if they're to get anything from this game. At half-time here in round 12 of the NPL New South Wales on Facebook and YouTube, it's the Rockdale City Suns 0, Sydney United 2.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No, it's dodgy up here, isn't it? Yeah,
I'm just saying that actually you can stay here because you see the
yeah,
flags.
that's fine.
So you can stay. I mean,
yeah,
if you want, but not especially not here.
Yeah,
not here. Because
yeah, that's
like
right. Yeah,
super
yeah, yeah. Just makes the camera go a little bit crazy. Many of these games this year? Have you done many of the football games this year? Okay, yeah, that's good.
From round 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Enjoying a lot actually.
Yeah, you a football fan? isn't it? Yeah.
I'm from Barcelona, so I'm
Yeah.
a Barca.
Nice,
fan.
nice. Yeah.
Then also I usually play football five side five.
Oh, five-a-side. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all my life.
is very, because these teams used to be in NSL, which was the top league of football before they created the A-League, and there was just too much crowd trouble, like when there was Serbian and Croatians against each other, and yeah. So it's just, at the end of the day, like, it's a game, like it's, everyone wants to win and everyone wants to do their best, and that's great, but no point bringing violence into it and intimidation and trying to threaten people. And
Happens all the time.
it does. It's
Everywhere.
it's a real shame, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I went to a soccer game in Chile, and I've never been in an atmosphere like it. It was incredible.
Custom recording solutions for your freight forwarding needs. Smart line handling set at Bexley, Marco Polo Foods, MKD Transcorp, Cityview Group, George Nicholas.
Welcome back to Illingdon Sports Centre for the second half of this round 12 NPL New South Wales fixture between Rockdale City and Sydney United. No doubt you've had a chance to catch your breath after an enthralling opening 45 minutes. Both sides have come back full of instructions and no doubt full of vigour to throw the best foot forward in their second 45 minutes. It's Rockdale City 0, Sydney United 2. We now see Rockdale attacking the northern end, or the city end of the ground, to use a cricketing term, as Rockdale will start with a throw-in. It was a opening 45 minutes dominated by Sydney United. They scored inside the first 5 minutes through Matthew Sim. Wonderfully taken goal as the ball swung into the area. And David Bradasevich did his best, but couldn't reel it in as it hit the roof of the net. And then in the latter part of the first half, in the last 10 minutes of the first stanza, Sydney United doubled their lead as Sim worked his way to the byline and curled the ball across the face of goal. And Peter Simonovsky was able just to knock the ball home past Bradasevich as it went out to a 2-0 advantage for United as they win a free kick here through Sim. So I hope you are enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching it here this afternoon. There's still plenty of football action to come. That other game going on between Manly and Wollongong. At half-time it was Manly 0, trailing the Wollongong Wolves 1. So Wollongong will be looking to pick up another victory there as they further cement themselves as one of the top sides in the NPL New South Wales in season 2019. Going forward here is Christian Gonzalez. Heads the ball across the face of goal. And it was a good opportunity there for Peter Simonovsky, but it just skewed off the side of the boot and goes out for a goal kick. But already Sydney United show that they are not going to be dying wondering. Going to throw bodies forward and try and play some attacking football at the start of the second half. Figon looks to get on the ball. He does that eventually and showing good strength there as he goes down a little bit awkwardly in the challenge there and loses possession. Lestelica drives this one forward but goes straight to a red jersey in Rockdale. Figon controls it beautifully on the chest, looking for numbers around him. He's going to try and travel down this left-hand side as they work themselves into Sydney United territory. And that far side, that will be a free kick. Michael Neal, the left back, trying to get in behind. It's adjudged to have been fouled by the referee. Ball swung in from the left-hand side, getting up for it and headed down into the area. There's a shot there eventually. It's beautifully saved by Manos. Doing well to get across there and get both hands to it. After the shot from Matthew Lecce. This ball sails into touch, so A little bit more pressure defensively here for United. Kept in there as he slides it forward to Figon. He's trying to get goal side. He's got a couple of defenders on him, but he uses his strength there as the ball swings across into the middle, headed away, only as far as the far side. It's cut back in by Rockdale. A left foot, and it dribbles out for a goal kick, but that was good passage of play, good passage of football there by the home side, and you could probably hear through the microphone the almost excitement that was chilling around the Linden Sports Ground in that little passage of play. Miles takes his time as he resets for his side. Rockdale clear upfield. One of them by McCura. Now an opportunity for Rockdale, and it's hit harmlessly over the bar by Jonathan Grozdanovsky. He lashed at it, but never really got over the top of the football. But still promising signs by Rockdale. They've come out with a completely different intent in this second half and are taking the game to the visitors. A few more chances like that and they might have a goal that would make proceedings pretty interesting. Driven forward there by United, headed away by Rockdale. Figon gets up and flicks it on, but Roberts picks up the scraps and thumps it upfield, and that's going to go out for another throw in, and Michael Neal's going to try and get proceedings back underway as quickly as he can. That's what he does. Ball blocked and will be going out. Goal kick for United. Manos restarts with a goal kick. Sends this into Rockdale's half. As this ball's headed on there to Sim, who gets checked in the back. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go against Savoy. So happy about it, the number 19 for Rockdale. Tomalich standing over the ball, but looks as if he's going to give it to Vlastelica, the other centre-back for United. Goes to Gonzalez, back to Vlastelica. Beats the first defender, drives it down to Sim. Sim back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Sim. Good exchange of passes. Swings the ball into the area, headed away by Rockdale. Mikura going for it, but it's back with City United. Vlastelica thumps the ball forward. Sim really made no attempt to go for that, and ball drew past him for a millisecond. Gonzalez back, tries to hit it back into the centre of the park, but it's intercepted by the home side. Taking the ball forward there was Matthew Lecce. Now on that far side they find the run through Lee Egger. Egger goes back to Fondijk. Fondijk now to Petkovsky on the left side of defence. O'Neill overwraps him, swings a decent looking ball in. Grozdanovsky couldn't get there. Bounced away from a couple of defenders, and now United looking to hit them on the break here through Matt Sim. Sim goes now to Trefiro. Trefiro with a nice ball there to Matt Sim. Might not have the pace to outrun them, but he'll at least get to the area. To the edge of the area, Sim swings the ball in. He was looking for the run of Peter Simonovsky. Couldn't get there. And Bratasevic cleans up for Rockdale. It's been a frantic start to this second half. Both sides searching for another goal. Rockdale to get themselves back in the contest, and Sydney United maybe not to put the game to bed at this early stage, but take an absolute stranglehold on this fixture. Gonzalez. Back to Tomalich. Thumps this one upfield. As Rockdale have their foot on the ball once more. Liega. Well trapped there by Gonzalez. Good defensive play by United. Tomilic. Jafiro desperately trying to get in there. Wins the ball back there for Sim. Gets tripped up, but it seems to be okay. Ball lost there by Tomilic, and Rockdale had the ball back. A real challenge in midfield there. And there is a foul on Matthew Lecce. So a free kick for Rockdale City. Liega goes across field there for Michael O'Neill. O'Neill has to retreat a little bit there, for he goes up forward here to Figon. Figon getting much more involved in this second half. Fondijk runs across to the left side of midfield. O'Neill. In fact, that was Jurasevsky on that far side. Wins the throw-in for his side. We'll give it to O'Neill to take so he can get in the danger zone, so to speak. O'Neill with a nice throw in into the edge of the area, flicked on. The appeal for handball there. Referee said it was fine, despite the murmurs of the players in the crowd. Rockdale City win it back here through Fondijk. Fondijk goes to Liega. Liega swings the ball in. It was probably a little bit too heavy, but eventually Jurasevsky got on the end of it and nearly found the back of the net. Took a good save there by Thomas Manis, who's earning his weight in gold in this second half for Sydney United. Go forward now to United. They've had to do a fair bit of defensive work of late, so they'll be happy just to have their foot on the ball and try and control possession and territory for a short period of time. This left side through Gonzalez. Back with United in defence. Push forward to Matthew Sim. Vlastelica thumps it forward, looking for a run there of Simonovsky, and there's a little bit of afters here between the two sides. Between Petkovsky, the captain, and one of the goal scorers for Sydney United. Still going on as well. Having quite the chat over the garden fence, this pair. Be careful they don't give away a yellow card. Looks like there's going to be a substitution for Rockdale City. Braden Sorge has been warming up for the last little period of time and is going to be coming onto the pitch. And the player coming off Pat Savort. Thumped forward by Rockdale City, but harmlessly goes away and United are able to clear. Well up over the halfway line. Now's a nice through ball here for Sorge. His first touch of the game. Fresh legs might be the answer for the home side. Good slide tackle initially, but Jurasevsky does win the ball back, chips the ball into the area. Headed away by Vlastelica. There's a player down with injury going up the front, and there's murmurs as you can hear from all around the crowd. Obviously not happy, and the linesman is going to come over and chat to the referee. Wasn't able to catch what happened, but Peter Simonovsky, I think, is the player down that's got a certain bit of discomfort. Yellow card there for the captain of Rockdale City, Dan Petkovsky. Didn't see anything untoward, but I was obviously watching the ball, so didn't see what happened. But he's on a yellow card, which means he could be skating on thin ice for the rest of this second half. Half an hour remaining as well. It's been another goal in that game between Manly United and Wollongong at Crown Park. Wollongong have doubled their advantage, so they're up 2-0, so you would certainly back them in to get maximum points unless Manly can pick up their act in the final 35 or so minutes. So Sydney United with a free kick, a couple of metres inside Rockdale territory. It's a pretty poor option in the end, and Anil is able to watch that one go over the byline. It'll be a goal kick for Rockdale. Cooling down here at Illingdon Sports Centre. Sun's still shining brightly, but the shadows encompassing the pitch here out in the middle. That's half of the pitch covered now, but still beautiful conditions for football. And good to see a healthy crowd coming out and supporting both Rockdale and Sydney United. Across the back line here for Rockdale. Lee Egger at right back. Goes for DeSorge. Feeds Grozdanovsky there and takes a deflection. And, well, Manos does really well to keep it in. Thought that was heading over the byline for a corner, but the keeper well aware of where the ball was going and scooped it up. And will help his side reset here as we tick into the final half an hour of proceedings here at Illingdon Sports Centre. It's still Rockdale City 0, Sydney United 2. Free kick has gone against Sydney United on that occasion. No, it's gone against Rockdale, so it will be a Sydney United free kick. Simonovsky was complaining, obviously wanting a card or something along those lines because they had already won the free kick. Thumped forward. There is Tarek Meyer. He'll win a free kick. Some hands on the jersey there as they try and control the central attacking midfielder for United. Across midfield they go once more. That's Teleka. Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes on Sorge there. Good challenge, but there's some defensive solidarity back there to help. And then Tomilic, who feeds the ball forward, and a bit of miscommunication at the back once more before Bratasevic clears up field. Figon has his foot on the ball, clipped forward now, looking for the run of Grozdanovsky. But Manos again, alert to it, comes out to the edge of the area and scoops it up once more. Push forward, headed away by Lee Egger. It's a mistimed kick there, and they win the ball back initially. Offside called against Sydney United, though. Sorge back into the centre of midfield. Egger with a nice pass, goes forward once more. Lee Egger still going. Lee Egger with the shot, takes a deflection. Manos will do his best, but he can't get there. So it's a corner for Rockdale City. Haven't had too many opportunities like this in the second half, so they need to make it count soon as we inch towards 65 minutes played in this contest. Time not the enemy just yet, but will become one of their fiercest enemies if we get inside the final 15-20 minutes and they still haven't reduced the deficit. Ball swung in from the left-hand side. Good, decent delivery. Knocked back in there by Lee Egger, and Rockdale City still have the balls. An opportunity and a wonderful finish by Alex Urasevsky, who hit it like an absolute tracer bullet as it thumped in the left-hand side of the goal. Really came out of nothing. It was a decent delivery and knocked forward by Lee Egger. And Urasevsky says, I'll show you how it's done. And smacked it into the side of the net. And they do have the goal they've been searching for, Rockdale City. Urasevsky scores on 63 minutes. It's now Rockdale City 1, Sydney United 2. Substitution looking like it's going to be made by Sydney United. Liam Rose, the player to come on. And 2 substitutions, in fact. Gonzalez is coming off. He's being replaced by Matt Billich. And Liam Rose, the other player to come on. He is replacing Anthony Tomalich. So a double change by Sydney United. And how will that goal scored by Rockdale City change the complexity of this fixture? They still lead 2-1, the visitors, but may just be a little bit more nervous than they were a couple of minutes ago. Liam Rose. Goes now to Billich. So fresh legs have been the response by the Sydney United coaching staff after. And it will be a free kick there as Liam Rose retreating back defensively. As they keep Sasa Makura at bay and win his side a free kick just inside their own half of halfway. Chips it forward. And the push will be against Sydney United. So a free kick back now in turns for Rockdale. Thump forward by Bradasevic. Evades everyone. Before we see the run there of Tarek Meyer going back and doing some defensive duties for his side. Roberts with the throw in. Nodded on, looking for Glenn Trefiro, who's been quiet in the second half because there's an quality ball. Free kick now for Rockdale. Crowd's starting to get involved in this one. It looks like it's going to be a tantalising final 20 minutes here at Linden Sports Centre. Free kick, Jurasevsky standing over it. Along with Howard Fondike. Jurasevsky scored the goal that's got him back in the game. Could he potentially score here or set up one here for the Suns? About 25 or so yards from goal, probably close to 30. Chipped in. Decent looking ball, getting up for it. It was a free header by Dan Petkovsky at the far post, but he couldn't direct it. Goal bounce. It goes out for a goal kick, but they've progressed from knocking on the door, Rockdale. They are banging on the door at the moment, searching for an equaliser. As this goal kick will be retaken. Cleared away by Sydney United, but only as far as halfway as Jurasevich does his best to control this as he gets in the area. It's kicked away, and it's going to be a free kick, in fact, to Sydney United. So Jurasevich is deemed to have committed a mistake there and trying to win the ball. In around the grounds in that other game at Crown Park, 62 minutes gone there. Manly United 0, Wollongong Wolves 2. Well, here, after 67 minutes, give or take, it is Rockdale City 1, Sydney United 2. Manos clears upfield as Liam Rose goes up for it and wins the ball initially as Glenn Trefiro now goes back into the centre of midfield. Rose bundles the ball forward looking for Meyer, but intercepted by Rockdale. Michael Neal. Good ball forward there for Figon. He's darted his way out to the left side of midfield. He comes back into the centre. Does Figon. Now Sorge. We try and swing it in. He does. He goes into the area. It's with Jurasevsky. Now Figon. Figon almost getting to the 6-yard box. Still going as Figon, using good strength on the ball. Jurasevsky. Back to Sorge. He has to retreat and go back to Lee Egger headed on into the area. There's a chance and a big opportunity which goes just over the bar at the far post there from Howard Von Dyke. Didn't get his leg behind. It looked like it might have ballooned off the shin or the ankle there. And Sydney United can relax after having to get all hands on deck on that defensive display. Headed forward, Rockdale have possession once more. Matthew Lecce doing his best out there on that left side. He's hustling and he's winning balls back and putting pressure on the Sydney United players, but does lose possession there as Trefiro goes up front and bundled down the edge of the area. This will be a free kick. Lucky it wasn't a couple of feet further in because it would have been a penalty for Sydney United. But regardless, they will get a free kick in a very handsome position, pretty much on the box. And Matt Sim, quick as a flash, was over there to pick up the ball. Matt Bilic was also over there, but I think the veteran Matt Sim was saying that he was the one that was going to step over the football here. Can United restore their 2-goal parity? Three-man wall. 4 United players in the box as was across the face of goal. Thought Bilic was going to get on the end of that, but wasn't able to. But it will be a corner now for Sydney United. So a couple of attacking opportunities. Earlier today in the under-20s game between Rockdale and Sydney United, it finished 3-3. Sydney United scoring in the dying seconds of the second half to pick up a point away from home. And the under-18s game is going to be taking place after this. You can see the Rockdale City players warming up along with the Sydney United players behind the goals at the southern end of the ground. Trefiro swings in a daunting looking cross headed away by Rockdale. Only as far as Bilic though, and now we break forward there through Makura. Makura now goes to Figon with the Rockdale support behind him. He's pressured by a couple of defenders as it goes back to O'Neill. Inside his own half, he goes now to Figon, who's gone back all the way into defence. He's now pushed himself up to midfield. Petkovski goes back to Bratasevic. Thumps it right up the middle of the park. Looking for the run there of Grosdanovski, who comes out. And as does Manos and heads it away. Jurasevski now battling for the ball in midfield. Headed forward once more and Sydney United get possession back. That was well played because they're under a fair bit of pressure in that period of play. Bilic. Now to Matt Sim, who's under all sorts of pressure. Will win the throw in though as it's deflected off Egger's attempted tackle. Sim. Now Bilic. Bilic goes down this left-hand side, trying to get past Braden Sorge there. Does for the millisecond, and then it goes off Egger's boot there and out for another throw-in. Inching towards the final quarter hour of regulation time. Is there some more excitement in this game? Already had the 3 goals, 2 to Sydney United, 1 to Rockdale. Rockdale, the most recent of scorers, to Alex Jurasevski. Thunderous right foot finish into the left-hand corner of the net. Through ball knocked forward here, looking for the run of Figon. It's won by Von Dyke. Figon has the ball back. Goes back to Makura in central midfield. Makura using that strength of his. Sorge now. Thought about crossing the ball in, opted against it. Gets past Sim, Jurasevski. All the way out to Michael Neal. He's been good today. Neal into the area. So half opportunity is tucked away there by United as defensively they do the job again. Matt Sim wins it. As dust just starting to settle here in Sydney South. Matt Sim with a nice through ball there. Looking for the run of Simonovsky. He runs right to the byline, trying to attract a couple of defenders, maybe trying to win a corner. Bilic now, and he kicks the ball out as there is an injury all the way back at the northern end of the ground, where Thomas Manos is going to come out and just try and see if the Sydney United player, Sydney United defender on that far side is okay. The doctor and physio running on, and he'll get the magic sponge, and we'll have a chance just to catch our breath in what has been a very exciting second half so far. Players just taking this opportunity with the break in play to get some refreshments, some water into the body, oxygen into the lungs, and some instructions as well inside the for what it will be the final 15 minutes of play. Wonder what the instructions will be for both these sides. You'd assume that Rockdale's would be to continue to try and control possession, throw bodies forward. Patrick Anselmi, the attacker's going to come on for Sydney United. As they try and put some more attack into their attempt to get maximum points from this game. So playback underway. As the breeze just picks up as the sun starts to dissipate here at Illingdon Sports Centre, and Sydney United start back up. So Fragiganis. He thumps this ball forward, and Petkovski's going to do his darndest to shepherd it over the byline. That's what he does. Thundered forward by Bradasevic, nodded on. Jurasevsky now has found his way to the left side of midfield as he tries to skip his way through the Sydney United defence. He does momentarily. As Grozdanovsky almost got on the end of that. The substitution being made. Kang Hoon Cho making his way onto the pitch for the first time this afternoon for Rockdale. Some added impetus as they look for that so far elusive second goal. Here's a throw in from Neil, goes into the area. Knocked away by Pakatis. Myers there trying to defend as the ball's lofted into the area. Manos will get there first though, and will keep the ball at his feet and obviously try and soak up a few more seconds. And we'll pick it up before Hoon Cho can make any dividends off that passage of play. Final 15 minutes here at Illingdon Sports Centre. Obviously added time to be played as well. It looks like Sydney United going for their final change as well, with Patrick Anselmi looking like he's going to come on. All looking for Hoon Cho here, but it's knocked into touch there by Bilic. And there will be a substitute here for Sydney United. So it will be Glenn Trefiro that we're making his way off. A real workmanlike performance up front by him, creating opportunities, hustling the defenders as he always does each and every week for Sydney United. And Telmi's going to replace him for the final 15 minutes as they look to hold on to this 2-1 lead. So no ideas of him throwing a defender on and taking an attacker off or anything like that by United. They no doubt feel that what has worked well for them today will go on to win them the game. Brennan Sorge with a decent ball in, headed away. Jurasevsky tries to get it back in the area. He can't do so, and now it's Rose who miscues the clearance. And then it's a lofted ball, which Thomas Manos is going to come all the way out of his area for, and then shepherd it over the byline. That was well done. Nerves are still there by the Sydney United shot stopper. Goal kick for Sydney United. Manos clears upfield. This one's going to evade everyone and go into touch. Roberts pushes forward. Nice pass there through to Meyer. Meyer goes to Antelmi. Antelmi trying to surge through the defence. Has to put a bit of a delay on there as he goes back to Liam Rose. Rose across now to Meyer. Meyer further wide here to Roberts. Picardas. And Picardas is going to be fouled here when his side a free kick is Mercury just a little bit over exuberant there and trying to win the ball back. They get the quick free kick away. Bilic. Rose up to Sim, back to Bilic. Across the face of midfield, searching for a third goal that would probably put the game to bed with just on 10 minutes remaining. Bilic has the ball at his feet once more as he tries to find a pass that might undo Rockdale. That one isn't it. As Egger wins it and thumps it forward, looking for Jurasevski. He's got good pace. He might just get behind them. He can't. It's cleared by Vlastelica initially. And it's going to be a corner now for Rockdale City. Jurasevski will be the one to take it from this right-hand side. Is this the chance that Rockdale have been looking for? Jurasevski curls it into the far post, getting up, nodded away, but has been pushed away by Sydney United for the time being, and Bilic just gets his toe in it and dribbles it out into touch. All hands on deck for Sydney United at the moment. Fondak with the throw in. Makura. Makura turns Sim around, curls the ball around, looking for the run there of Hun Cho. He couldn't get there, but knocks the ball back to O'Neill. Into the centre, Grozanovski, Jurasevski, what a finish! Superb goal by Rockdale City's number 7. They've come from the dead, Rockdale City. It's now Rockdale City 2, Sydney United 2. And again, a class piece of finishing by the striker for the home side. The ball just bobbling around and he lashed it home with vigour. And all of a sudden, United's 2-goal lead has gone up in smoke. Rockdale City Suns 2, Sydney United 2. Well, now is this game going to really open up? Rockdale obviously have been looking for a win all afternoon. A free kick now goes to United as the fans start to get involved. The atmosphere really starting to pick up here at Linden inside the final 10 minutes. And United, who say they've been defending a 2-goal or 1-goal lead for the last half an hour, but now know they need to get on their bike and push for a win. Here's Antelmi. Antelmi with a lofted shot. Just wide of the post. It wasn't too far away. I think for a moment, the Sydney United number 9 thought it might have been nestling in the back of the net. It wasn't to be. And Wollongong and Rockdale City do survive. As they search for a third goal, Grozanovski nods it on for Jurasevski. He can't win the ball. Will be a free kick for the Rockdale City side, about 35, 40 metres from goal. Is there one more final twist and turn in what has been a very entertaining round 12 of the NPL New South Wales? Grozanovski hits it over the bar. In fact, it was Makura on that far side. He just lost his balance a little bit. Did Sasa Makura. And it went harmlessly over the bar, but they are coming in droves, aren't they? this Rockdale City side. Sim back to Bilic, and Bilic is clipped. It's going to be play on though. Advantage is the call as Sim goes down the wing, but can't thread the pass back. Makura wins the ball back. Sorge. Bilic battling there with Grozanovsky. Sorge tripped up. Will be a free kick to the home side. Entering the final 5 minutes of play here as Jurasevsky's block will go out almost right down at the byline at City United's end of the ground. Thrown is a good one. As Picardis goes forward to Meyer. Meyer now looking for Antelmi. Good pace there, good vision. Nods it on. He's got Egger to beat. He does that brilliantly. Into the areas, Antelmi. Good block though by Petkovski, the captain. He had to, because otherwise it was danger signs. Grozanovsky now surging through midfield. Figon almost had that if not for the interception of Frashaganis. Now there's going to be a free kick. Free kick to Rockdale City. Roberts the guilty party on this occasion. And they wanted the quick ball, through ball there to Hoon Cho, but the referee is going to pull it back and say that he wasn't ready. Well, I don't know how many fans there are at Illingdon Sports Centre this evening, but it feels like there's about 5,000 or 6,000 at the moment. They're making that much noise on that far side, the grandstand side of the ground, as they could almost feel something huge happening here in a comeback that could be complete inside these final 5 minutes. "30 yards from goal, it's going to be Jurasevsky, who's pretty much done everything today. He chips this ball into the area. Getting up for it was Egger. Headed across the face of goal. Knocked away by Sydney United. One back here. Will be a handball though against Makura. And a free kick for Sydney United. Inside the final 10 minutes of that game between Wollongong and Manly. Wollongong still up 2-0. So looking more and more likely that the Wolves will pick up maximum points in their trip to the Northern Beaches. Headed forward here to Egger. Egger goes down to the challenge. Free kick. Just shy of halfway. Picardis puts his hands up to say, what am I supposed to do? But free kick stands. Jurasevsky now going through the midfield. Chips the ball out now to Honshu. Huncho now looking to finish it. Brilliant save by Manos as it's headed away by United. Huncho still got it though. Chips the ball into the area. Blocked by United initially. For Fondike knocks it back to Makura. Makura now to Figon. Figon looking to find some support. He goes out wide here to O'Neill, the left back. Breathtaking stuff here as the ball swung in, but United able to clear as Egger gets back. Has his foot in the ball here after the pass from Makura. Out to Sorge on the right. Back inside to Makura. Makura now goes to Jurasevsky. Jurasevsky now back inside to Figon. Figon with an opportunity. Hits the side netting. But it is going to be a free kick though. They're pulling it back. It's a late challenge here on Alec Jurasevsky. And another big opportunity here for Rockdale to take a lead in the final few minutes of regulation. Yellow card given. I think Picardis is the man there that's remonstrating with the referee. Not too much longer left of regulation time. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes of a minimum added time, you'd think, with a couple of injuries and stoppages I've had in this second half. Jurasevsky might just be best trying to hit the target from here. He's going to have to get it around the wall. He's going to have to take a pretty impressive strike, but who knows he's capable of that. We've seen how well taken his 2 goals have been this afternoon. And the roof of Illingdon Sports Centre might just be blown off if he does manage to find the back net here on the 88-minute mark. Jurasevsky with a low drive. Manos spills it, but no Rockdale City player could get there. Hoon Cho's gone down and clutching at his ankle. He's only just getting up now. The ball just evaded him as Antelmi will get the ball back here on halfway line. Feeds it forward now for the run of Liam Rose. Rose out wide now to Jordan Roberts. Roberts with a shot. It's a good finish and it's parried away. Thankfully there by Bratasevich for Rockdale. Both sides going hammer and tong to find a winner here at Illingdon. Bilic. Forward to Liam Rose. Rose beats one. Goes out to Roberts. It's a poor pass though and it's intercepted. And Rockdale is surging forward once more now through Neil. Now Figon using that power and strength we know he's capable of. Goes to the edge of the area. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill now get back to Figon. Figon now back to Fondike. He just stops momentarily. Has to go back now to a support player. Curled in the box and it all kind of broke down there from Rockdale. They had a big overlap but couldn't finish it. And tell me now, looking for the run forward there of his striker in Simonovsky, but it evades him. We're almost into added time here at Illingdon Sports Centre. 4 minutes is going to be the minimum amount of added time that is going to be played. Van Dijk goes across field. Sorge swings it in, but it is going to go harmlessly wide and over the bar. And it will be a goal kick for Sydney United. Thundered upfield by Manos. Looking for a blue jersey. Couldn't find one initially, but he's got one now. Possession given away as Rockdale go there with a through ball. Grozanovsky in there battling for the ball. Referee says play on. Kept the whistle in his mouth there, but eventually it will be a free kick to United. Grozanovsky, the guilty party. Just inside their own half. Chipped forward. Simonovsky going up for it. Goes back to Sim. Sim to the byline. Swings the ball in, but there's no one there, and it goes behind the goals anyway, so will be a goal kick. And we'll restart play. Both sides searching for a third goal. United led 2-0. Rockdale have come back to level at 2-2 thanks to two very well taken goals by Alek Jurasevsky. Grozanovsky can't win it, but Egan does. He goes down this right side. Egan pulls it back, but it's a good challenge. And they clear it upfield here to Sim, who's got mountains of room and time and space to try and configure something. Goes to Tarek Meyer. Meyer going forward, looking for options left and right. He goes to Antelmi. Antelmi goes back for Meyer, but he's too far forward and he can't thread the pass through. Time running out. Probably only got about 90 seconds of added time as Jurasevsky tries to go through. Looked to be held back. Referee said no, it was a 50-50 challenge. Vlastelica has something to say to him as well. As now City United go forward through Bilic. Bilic now for Patrick Antelmi. Great block there by Petkovsky. Able to be cleared by Sorge initially, but Liam Rose wins the ball back. Now Matt Sim goes right to the byline. Sim back across the middle, palmed away by Bratasevich. And Telme's still there! And drives it home for what could potentially be the match winner. Patrick Antelmi at the death. The ball was bobbling around like it was a pinball machine. And he lashed it home. Bratasevich couldn't do anything. And Rockdale look absolutely shattered because they've thrown everything into this second half to get back into the game. And it wasn't even you wouldn't even say it was a clear-cut opportunity. The ball just bobbling around and Telmy doing enough to get there in the right place at the right time. Berry at home, the substitute forward for Sydney United. And it's now Rockdale City Suns 2, Sydney United 3. There can't be too much time left, maybe a maximum of 30 or 45 seconds. And Rockdale are just going to have to throw bodies forward and try and do anything. It's going to be all hands on deck at the back for United. They go forward, almost playing 5 at the front as the ball's flicked out here to Grozganovski. They have to go back, though, to Egan. Egan drives it forward, the aerial route. Figon going up for it. Can't win the ball. Grozganovski's shot's blocked and goes out with Tarek Meyer. And Meyer thumps this one forward, trying to get it as far away from harm's way as he can. And the through ball comes to naught as Thomas Manos picks it up and no doubt will use all of the 6 seconds that he has to try and milk this clock a little bit more. Throw in now for Rockdale. There it is, full time and a big 3 points for Sydney United in the battle here at the Linden Sports Centre. A huge victory for Sydney United. They led 2-0 at half-time. They were pegged back to 2-2 with 2 wonderful finishes by Alex Jurasevsky. But then unfortunately for them, Patrick Antelmi came up at the death to snatch a defeat from them. Scored the winner to make it 3-2 in stoppage time. The 3 goals for Sydney United. 1 to Patrick Antelmi, 1 to Peter Simonovsky, and 1 to Matthew Sim. While for Rockdale, 2 goals to Alec Jurasevsky. In the end, Rockdale were gallant in getting back into the contest, but didn't have enough to get full points. And it was a fantastic finish at the end from Patrick Antelmi. And some good, smart, intuitive substitutions by the Sydney United bench as they recorded a 3-2 win. There looks, unfortunately, to be some kick-ons afterwards, but regardless, a great game of football. 5 goals in total, and Sydney United winning 3-2 in this one. So full time at Linden Sports Centre, it's the Rockdale City Suns 2, Sydney United 3.